run around helping them do all this evil shit, whoop some ass. That's what I'm gonna do. Where the hell is Thirst? What's up, Charlotte? Ain't like you to be standing around screaming. Okay, where should I begin? The university put Lizzie's brother in a giant vat of primordial ooze to torture him into opening portals for him, convincing the other Dunwitchers into building a facility dedicated to siphoning ooze out of the goddamn air. Which, by the way, is in the air thanks to the goddamn storage screw-up on their part, and rather than evacuate New England, they let people get mutated in order to study them. And to top it all off, they got a guy in New Orleans kidnapping people and stealing ooze out of their goddamn brains with a giant goofy-ass syringe. So I'm gonna go punch a face. Char, just calm down a touch. Come sit down and I'll explain before you get yourself shot. F that, I want some answers, hence the punch in the face. Charlotte, you've got arms like noodles and you've never thrown a punch in your life. I'll give you some answers if you just give me a second. Fine. Lead the way. Look, I hate this stuff as much as you do. That's why I came to work for them, because I figured I could change it from the inside. Kinda dumb on my part, I guess. These guys see witchcraft as amateur hour compared to their occult science. But when I saw what they were doing to the primordial ooze, Charlotte, that stuff is amazing. Like second renaissance for humanity amazing. That's why I put a good word in for you, because it was the only explanation for your eyes. Whenever you make someone forget something or make them develop an eye twitch or blow up a cat, you're messing with the ooze in their heads. I know there's no excuse for what the Miskatonic's done, but they're on the brink of something incredible, and you could be the key to all of it. Think about it. Rather than helping a few people around town, you could help all of humanity. Isn't that what a cult is all about? Helping people? Well, don't say it all at once. Are you fucking serious? Tens of thousands of people across New England, Roman, mutated, and you call that helping people? Kidnapping people and stealing brains, Roman, and who the hell knows what else? That ain't something hard sacrifice bullshit, that's straight up evil. Humans are supposed to be the good guys. There's enough monsters out there already. What the fuck are you talking about? Charlotte, please. It's for the greater good. There it is, the greater good. Roman, I'm gonna find Thirst, and I'm gonna stick my entire foot up his ass until he shuts this place down. Hopefully you'll come to your senses before I have to shove my other foot up yours.
About 2 feet or 4. Oh! Hello, Charlotte. What can I do for you today?
You can tell me where the hell Thrust is and explain to me why you put Lizzie's brother in a giant vat of goddamn primordial ooze. How about that?
I speak for Dr. Valentine in all matters. You have no authority to speak to him. As for Billy, his refusal to cooperate with us led to his incarceration.
He refuses to bring Yog-Sothoth into our dimension, so you fucking torture him? Are you aware that he ruins universes, right?
He also contains all knowledge, past, present, and future, of all dimensions and all universes within them. You understand why we would consider him an asset for this learning establishment.
So rather than figuring out different, solutions, you just torture little goat fungus thing until he does what you want? Or whatever the fuck Billy is?
Yeah. Clearly.
Fine. I quit. And I'm calling the cops.
I assure you, our scientific inquiries are observed and permitted on federal and international level. And you are required to give 2 weeks' notice.
Well, then I'm gathering my sisters in the coven, and there ain't nothing worse than a whole bunch of pissed off witches. F your 2 weeks, you got 2 weeks before my sisters and me come and shut this place down old school style. Try and stop me.
Well, nothing would give our staff more enjoyment than a gaggle of naked women chanting amateur hexes at us. You are contractually obligated to remain on the premises until your dismissal. And you are slightly too important to be dismissed.
Aw, come on, don't be dicks. I heard somebody just punch her in the face.
Yeah.
That was a great
Whacked
sound.
her. Whack. It's pretty difficult. Her eyes seem to be linked to our emotions rather than any manipulatable cerebral mechanisms. She has to want to do it. Do the gold voice go?
Torture.
Okay.
Largely ineffective. At least the ones we've used. Electrotherapy, transdimensional contact, tarantula submersion. She's a weirdo.
Apes bashing rocks.
Well, we figured we'd ask you to look at her as the member of the staff with the least respect for humanity. Maybe you can get her to cooperate.
Cooperate with the ruiner. Cooperate with the crumbler. Your penchant for obliteration is a fascinating little quirk of the species. Fine. I will make the witch girl cooperate.
There are staff members between here and there that have documents on her, but they've been passing them around. Something to consider before you talk to her.
Completely unnecessary, but fine. I will collect your little documents.
Who am I?
I guess we're thirst now.
I have to go talk to
Oh.
people?
Ooh.
Did you ever think we'd say the day, Cavendish, when our mutations would finally be reversed?
And just what I was getting used to. But I forget how to read.
Oh, I do have to talk to them.
Yep.
Because there's nowhere else to go.
Yep. What happens after all of this is over? If it's successful, how do we spread ourselves across America?
The girl will come around, don't you worry. We just need our outsider. We just need one outsider and she's perfect. Whoa.
You have a file on our latest patient, correct?
The fuck is this guy?
I don't know.
I think it's a girl.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Sure, boss, hand it over, sizzle. Someone else. Go.
Here you go, sir. Some
For good light reading. Oh. Interesting.
I'll do this one. Name, Charlotte
Effort.
Effett Lestrange. Height 5'6". Age 22. Hair black. Eyes NA. Nationality American French. Summary. Subject spent her formative years as a member of a Shub-Niggurath cult in Witch Coven. As a result, the subject is deeply dedicated to the cult's tenets of sharing compassion with humanity. Subject is generally cheerful and good-natured, though naive and easily manipulated. As subject left the education system early to join her cult, subject has relatively low intelligence and common sense compared to women of her age. Subject is deeply fascinated with the occult, having become a witch at an early age, and exudes a curious and inquisitive disposition to supernatural abominations that would drive other civilians insane at the sight. Subject has the ability to manipulate primordial ooze using an unknown mechanism in her eyes. Subject was brought to the attention of the university by a fellow member of her cult, one Ruin Fletcher. Oh no, here we go again. Who has the file?
What?
That's you. You did this guy.
What's one life sacrificed to save a continent? It's a little tragic, but the return on investment make it a foregone conclusion.
You also did this guy too.
What the fuck did I do for this guy? I think it was just a deeper voice.
Maybe. I don't know.
And if you can justify sacrificing one, you can justify sacrificing 1,000 or 100,000. Sacrificing 49% and saving 51? No problem.
I'm not entirely sure what this has to do with my studies, but I'm down here anyway, just like Miss Teacher said.
I'm gonna bear back.
You motherfucker.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Why did she get the eyes? What a waste of a fantastic mutation. What, jealous? She gets to be the martyr of humanity and you're stuck with sausages growing out of your back?
The file, please.
History, age 3. Subject sneezes, reveals her black eyes. Patient forgets subject's middle name. Renamed Effett. Age 5. Subject attends schools, tests poorly, often found socializing with mutated children, inquiring about their disabilities. Age 8. Subject displays a natural affinity for the occult. Seems not distressed by knowledge of monsters or entities. Age 9. Subject is taken out of school to become a cultist in the Chensucook Witch Coven. Witch Oven, my bad. Dead Mother, informed of her abilities, reminded to keep the Coven's affiliation with the Miskatonic a secret. Age 15. Fully indoctrinated by the occult's ideologies of spreading peace and harmony, Dead Mother informs the university that the training of her eyes is going poorly. Which group has the last file?
Right side.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, I wonder what the university's next big project will be. You know, once we removed everyone's mutations.
Are they twins?
They're nerds. I'm back.
Yeah. Was this your nerd? I don't know.
Was this your nerd? Did you lose a nerd today? Perhaps they'll focus on curing England of their cannibalism. They've had those few cannibals wandering around for months now. Bah! England's a cause. A lost cause. Canada should be the next project. Figure out where all of them Yetis are coming from.
Well, fuck.
Oh. It's a spider. Kinda makes you wonder how many affiliates our little old university really had.
There's gonna be independent partners all over the world, right?
The papers.
It's your thing, boss. Here you go. Boop. Boop your snoot.
Subject has been indoctrinated by the affiliate Chesapeake Witch Coven and has fully accepted their doctrine of peace and harmony. As a result, subject seems relatively selfless, going out of her way to help others. Though initially inquisitive and curious of the occult, subject's lack of a classical education and low intelligence counter her ability to think critically and objectively. This could be a cause for certain during the final stages of the project. As a result, it is suggested that the subject should be gradually exposed to primordial ooze plants by setting subjects on small, false assignments. If subject does not understand our cause after these assignments, subject will have to be physically coerced into working with us. Thirst. Before we go in there, remember, torture didn't work. We need to be compassionate. She'll come around once we've explained what we're doing here.
Oh, yes. I believe I have something that will
Whoa!
convince her.
Hey, cover up! Not in my
Nope.
good religious household.
Let it out, show it out.
What is that?
Liquid compassion.
Alcohol?
I'm sure it is.
Don't die.
Considering where it came from. Boop. Get ready, Daddy.
Charlotte awoke to the sound of a distant heartbeat. The concrete beneath her was warm and moist, as though it lay cleaned by some vast tongue, and beyond her cell door was a chorus of raspy, having threads through 1,000 drooling clenched jaws. The atmosphere was thick with sweat, and the drafty cathedral ambiance of the cool concrete corridors was replaced now by the unmistakable presence of flesh.
Oh.
I don't like where this is going. Hang on. Hang on.
Ooh.
Hang on.
Ooh.
As the door to her cell creaked open, Charlotte soon discovered that she was no longer bound by those chafing leather straps, though found her fingers far too numb to think she had loosened them herself. Looking towards the light edging from the crack of the door, Charlotte noticed something fleshy and glistening retreating from her cell.
Ooh.
The air outside her cold cell was inviting, like a lover's lap. Thick, palpable, it flooded Charlotte's nose and blurred her vision. Her senses absconded into the ambience of warm summer autumns and cigarettes at sunset, dog fur and fresh-cut grass, strawberry ice cream and sleeping late, the fresh smell of bread and new books. Her head swam with the feelings of nostalgia, belonging, and feeling loved. Huh. It's kind of nice in here. Oh, we're fucking
Define
crazy.
nice. Jesus.
The
Yeah.
writhing tendrils painted comforting scenes of seaside villages, quiet bars, log fires, warming countryside cottages, and morning rains. Charlotte felt at home, more than she ever had before. An intoxicating, addictive feeling of belonging, of being wanted and cherished and loved, and it didn't make sense, but Charlotte was home and everything was going to be okay. This place is awesome. I could just wrap myself up in these lovely tentacles. Wait a minute. Nah, never mind. I want to go deeper. It feels right to go deeper. Oh, we're dead. We're gonna die. The pulsing tubes of quivering meat painted yet more portraits in Charlotte's addled mind, of a joyous, loving past, of childhood milestones and wonderful achievements, of forming friendships at kindergarten, of new puppies, of school tests passed with flying colors and graduating college, motorboards hanging in the air, of the perfect job, the perfect home, the perfect husband, of... Wait, that never happened. I did terrible at school. I never had any friends. I never had a puppy or a job or a boyfriend, let alone a husband. I left school to become a witch. And a fat lot of good that did me, huh? First ever real job and they fucking abduct me and take all of my stuff and throw me in here. And now even the fucking walls are laughing at me. Alright, calm down. There's gotta be a way out. Just keep going. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, there you are. We've been wondering when you'd finally join us. Ruben? The fuck happened to you? And what do you mean us? Where is everyone? Oh, no.
I guess the best way to do this would be together.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3,
Whoa.
2, 1. We're right.
We're right here, Charlotte. What? That was timed well.
I went 3, 2, 1, and then I went, and then you were like, no, half a year later. No.
Oh, there's some delay on you. Someone's on
Oh. Worst business contraction
We've
ever.
come to congratulate you. Congratulate me for what? For saving the world. You did it, Charlotte. You fixed everything. Well, you know, almost everything. What are you saying, Ruben? Oh, come on, Charlotte. Don't you recognize your own handiwork? What? How? Oh, it was wonderful, Charlotte. We tried everything to get you to use your eyes on us. Hypnosis, hallucinogenics, torture. Which I voted against, but we were getting desperate. But after a final round of a particularly potent lysergic acid, we asked you what you wanted. And it worked. You simply said you wanted everyone to love each other and be kind to each other and zap me with your eyes. At first it was frightening to have a horrifically mutated woman literally swallowing each of us into her open torso, but once we were absorbed, everything was wonderful. We're so proud of you, Charlotte. Oh, if I can keep them talking, maybe I can mutate them back when they're distracted. So, what's it like? Oh, Charlotte, it's indescribable to be connected, truly connected at a synaptic level to 1,000 friends and family, sharing 1,000 secrets a minute, all your hopes and fears, all your joyous and embarrassing memories, literally your entire life bared for all to see, with everyone bearing theirs simultaneously and forever. Every sensation, physical, mental, and emotional, rippling across a vast network of interconnected minds and bodies.
To be alone.
Alone. To live
Live
alone and die alone.
With
The only language
and fleeting
contact to convey.
your thoughts and emotions. Be connected is to be part of the living heaven. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work. Maybe we'll just swap.
I don't know.
Did you know that the passage of time is dictated subconsciously by the human mind? That the duration of a minute can be squeezed to a second or stretched to a decade? That's why drowning sailors see their entire lives flash before their eyes. Or the Mazatec shamans spend years exploring their minds during 15-minute doses of Salvia divinorum. In the 12 hours it took you to recover, we spent a septillion years laughing at awkward memories, weeping together at past tragedies, battling in coital bliss. Gross. Huh, that actually sounds pretty no. But why are you... But why are you not just a warped face on a massive bruised meat ruin like everyone else? Well, we needed a face for the rest of the plan, and between the emotional orgies and the, you know, actual orgies, we had a little debate, and we decided that I was the most goddessy. Goddessish. The one that looks most like a goddess. I guess that makes sense. Wait, what plan? Expansion, of course. Nope. Why aren't my eyes working? What did they do to me? Charlotte, think about it. The Chesapeake Coven was great and all, but we were never going to convince the entire world to stop being awful to each other. If we were to absorb the human race, there'd be no more suffering, no more bigotry, no more hatred, just an eternity of quiet bliss until the sun swallows the planet. If you'd let us out, we can double our mass every day. Within 27 days, we'll have absorbed both North and South America. A quick swim across the Atlantic, and we'll have the world a week later. The entire world connected, Charlotte. Can you imagine a greater paradise? Yeah. Yeah, I can.
How about not that?
How about not that? All we need for you to do is build a portal down here large enough to get us out of the sanitarium. All we need for you to get is the Dunwitcher. All we need is for you to get the Dunwitchers to build a portal down here large enough to get us out of... Wait. Didn't I just say that?
No.
It was something similar.
Oh, we're not as squishy
Maybe.
as we thought we'd be. Slightly too much more bone in here. Can't fit through the exits into the Miskatonic's underground tunnel network. But what if they don't want to be absorbed? I mean, I'm literally your first customer, and I'm not feeling the sales pitch. Oh, of course you're on the fence, Charlotte. You're a Chesapeake witch with a scrambled brain. But think of all the normal people out there. The homeless, the jobless, the depressed and suicidal. To be absorbed is to be free of the burdens of life. No obligations, no debt, no politics, nothing but the embrace of a loving community.
Oh, that's a hell of a name for the amalgamation.
Yeah, I don't like this. I'm not having a good time anymore. And you know, anyone adamant about staying individual will change their tune after a brief swallowing.
Again with the there difference.
Yeah. What? If they've done something to my eyes, my only option is to talk my way out of this and go get help. Oh, come on, Charlotte. Anyone with reservations would quickly change their tune once they're a part of the community. I mean, we'll be blanketing the entire world with their euphoric mass, so the only other option would be starving to death. We're not monsters, Charlotte. You can't just force people to join you guys. Okay, lady.
Because? What?
Because it's wrong. It doesn't matter how lovely it is inside your community. It doesn't matter how terrible it is on the outside. People have to be free to make their own choices and think their own ways. And if their choices are assholey, dealing with assholishness brings the groovier people closer together and pushes the assholes further away. It always does. But just robbing everyone of their individuality and absorbing everyone just takes away the promise of a future. Forcing everyone to be as good as they are today prevents them from potentially being even better tomorrow. And it's mean. And absorbing assholes doesn't make them suddenly better, it just makes you an asshole. So, rather than ushering a new age of human unity, you're saying we should just keep this incredible feeling to ourselves. I mean, yeah, wouldn't that be better? Not to have strangers swimming around inside you or whatever? Yeah, not happening. This is the next stage in human evolution, Charlotte. It might be rough for the first few years with the slow and deliberate consuming of all mankind, but it'll all be worth it once everyone's a part of us. Trust us, Charlotte. This is what's best for humanity. The girl raises a point. Negative emotions could perpetuate across the network. It would be in our best interest to exclude toxicity from the community. Shun the assholes and only let the groovy people in? Sounds familiar.
Exclude ourselves. Let those that wish to seek us out join our community.
Hey, now there's an idea. How about this, Charlotte? You let a few people know that the university is now a gateway to a living heaven. get the rumor started, and anyone that wants to shed their responsibilities of life can come down here and, decide for themselves if they want to join us. So you'll just stay here? Not bust out and swallow the whole world? Nah, you were right. If we force the world to conform to our standards, we are only getting more and more toxic. And if we're going to save the world, we can't become the douchebags that are trying to save it from. Yeah, exactly. Besides, as word gets out that heaven is real and hidden under the basement of the Miskatonic, people will flock to be absorbed anyway. We will swallow the world, albeit at a slightly slower pace. Those we deem toxic can be left outside alone until they adjust their behavior. Yeah, sure, as long as you're not forcing folks. Wait, where'd you say we are?
Under the university, the in-house sanitarium.
Huh.
We
Guess that's better than renting, huh? So I'll come visit sometime, I guess. We know you will join us one day, Charlotte. Yeah, probably not. Bye, guys. Yo, this is not.
cool. Who wasn't swallowed?
Wow. Everyone's really gone.
Wait.
Hey, Charlotte. Annie? Nice outfit,
Okay.
love. You look like a severed bollock. You didn't get absorbed into the monster? What monster? The monster the rest of the staff turned into? The thing in the basement that they called the next stage in human evolution? The vast networked community of like-minded individuals that want to absorb the entire world into their mask as some terrible act of philanthropy? The thing that was worth experimenting on me for? The thing my friend betrayed me to become? You know, that thing? No, they only really told me the lunch menu for the day. So you turn the staff to monsters? Can I see? Just one big monster and I don't think I ever want to go back downstairs. I don't know what to do. Okay, sweets. Well, is it dangerous? Are they in pain? Do they need my help with something? Well, no. They seem super into it, actually. And they told me they're not gonna, break out and absorb everyone on Earth. And they let me go, so I guess they weren't lying. And how about you take a minute to breathe and come down to rest your weary noggin? Yeah, you're right. I barely knew anything about anyone. Tell me about yourself. Well, I was born in London, but we moved out to the West Country because Dad wanted to be a farmer. He was an accountant, my mom looked after me and my brother. Turns out the only thing Dad could grow was carrots. So me and my brother would spend all day up at the market selling carrots for, real food. I remember when I brought home my first girlfriend. My dad was so psyched at that I was into girls. Every father's dream. He tore out every carrot in the garden and made the whole family this giant stew, this bright orange sludge. Best thing I ever ate. Then the cannibalism started spreading from London. Feral folks started showing up and we all joined in, of course. Suddenly people didn't want carrots anymore. Don't know why. They were great with man steak. One day some American bloke puts a notice up in town's bulletin board promising money for test subjects to come to Massachusetts. I just wanted to collect my earnings and go home, but my brother is such a big fucker they went and hired him as a monster hunter. What's a feral folk? People that just ate too much people. There's the normal lads that sorta just enjoy the chaos. Go to the pub, cheese and onion crust, shide the landlord's boy. Click murder on the slog home, barbecue tomorrow if the weather's good for it. And then there's the feral say bugger to the pub, let's just preach outside and wait for the first dozy sod who wanders out for a piss and tear to pieces. Know what I mean? No, I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't. Cannibal apocalypse and there's still pubs? At least you're gonna enjoy it. So what are the requirements for becoming a witchy poo? Am I allowed in? Well, you need to be brainwashed into thinking that the world is fundamentally broken and you and your coven are the only people who can fix it. And chicken soup. Chicken soup. If you spend all night out in the rain dancing around the naked, you're gonna want a lot of chicken soup. If you can come up with a unique recipe, you're in. Toes. Huh? Shaven toe soup. Suck the toe meat off of the chicken wings like hum dum dum. Yeah, that'd definitely be a unique recipe. Maybe at midnight for your complimentary artificial sense of belonging and frostbitten ass. So now that you've saved the day, where are you gonna go back to your coven, kiss some frogs? That's princesses, and I wouldn't call merging the entire university into a giant tentacle monster with my eyes saving the day. Well, all the horrible stuff they justified by saying it's for the greater good and world what. I'd call putting a stop to that saving the day. It's just lucky I talked them out of busting out of the university and absorbing everyone, and they only stopped out of self-interest, keeping out toxicity or whatever. But to get the idea that it would all be worth it, the whole planet's in danger. And you think you can just use your eyeballs again on them, right? Zapping into mush? That's the weird thing, my eyes don't work anymore. I tried to zap them, but nothing. Guess I'm normal now. You know, my whole life I've just been surrounded by people who I thought were like me. I like going to school with the other mutated kids. I liked my coven. I thought we were gonna save the world. And when they told me to go work for the biggest occult university in America, I was excited. This place sounded super cool. And I thought it was full of more folks like me. Folks who wanted to help people. But it's all fucked up. Even the people whose ideals I agree with had these malicious agendas inside them. It sucks. So I'm done with people. I'm gonna just get away from civilization. Ah, the Mad Hermit method. I like it. You can borrow some of my hair and make a nice beard. Actually, I was thinking, like, do you remember that thing about going to England? And the shotgun and the umbrella stand, and the pea green oven, and the polka dot dress? Because that sounds, you know, kinda cool. I can get a dress at the harbor. Really? Would I, like, fit in there? Well, no, you're a Yank. We need to fix your accent. Say blimey. Blimey. Terrible. I still gotta figure out what to do with the monster in the basement. First, you gotta pack your stuff and get out of the straitjacket, my lovey. Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh my god!